for the Smackdown United States Championship. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, John Cena. In the defensive position. The microphone phantom. Teams hit the floor. It's the new fight joint. Like a broken needle, did you miss it? You dominate your confidence with offense. That's no offense. My true confidence. Shoot you to a person. You slap drop, you back drop. Like a nice stick. Stand up and let you fight it. Beat you like this. Never survive it. You forgot like all timers. Two-face rappers walk away. Introducing the challengers, representing the world from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 213 pounds, Justin Gabriel. Hunico.
The stakes get raised as we go from 3 wrestlers to 4 in this now 4-way Extreme Rules match. In this case, go even higher, as this one is for the Smackdown United States Championship. We have 4 men, all doing quite well in the Smackdown roster. We have John Cena, we have Ted DiBiase, we have Hunico, and we have Justin Gabriel. Justin Gabriel, one of the few men in this match to not go in the Royal Rumble. In fact, the only man in this match not to be in the Royal Rumble in the first episode of SmackDown. He lost his tag team match with Wade Barrett, as we see a series of moves coming in from Justin Gabriel and Ted DiBiase. We have a tilt-a-world neckbreaker from John Cena, and John Cena countering to a hip toss. Justin Gabriel lost the tag team match with his partner Wade Barrett against Team Hell No, and lost his chance at the Royal Rumble as he gets a snapmare takedown with an elbow to the back of the head. He would then went on to face Wade Barrett last Friday, in which he won his match over Wade Barrett quite significantly and made his way into this match for the United States Championship. Hunico also had a match on Friday in which he faced off against Randy Orton in an Extreme Rules match. Now Hunico lost that match to Randy Orton, as we see Ted DiBiase missed that dropkick. John Cena able to push him out of the way. Hunico lost that match to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton won that match in order to get into the Hardcore Championship match at the end of tonight, in which he will face 5 other representatives of the 5 other brands. Randy Orton is the Smackdown representative in that Hardcore match, as we see a large move coming in from John Cena to Ted DiBiase, as we see a scoop slam coming in from the very strong Hunico to Justin Gabriel. In this match we have 2 sort of higher lightweights, and then we have 2 stronger men in terms of Hunico and John Cena, and then Justin Gabriel and Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase, former tag partner or stable member with Randy Orton, and a stable of multi-family wrestlers, as we see a very interesting suplex coming in from John Cena, whipping Ted DiBiase across the ring, as we see John Cena taunt to the ground as he goes to the outside, as he goes onto the ring, but Ted DiBiase smacking against the back, drop toe hold, slamming the face of Hunico into the mat. You see Ted DiBiase now alone on the outside. Perhaps he will go for a weapon here, take the opportunity, as we have a Hurricane Rana coming in from Hunico. Great amount of agility from that big man, Hunico. John Cena doing a little bit of stretching on the outside. Hunico actually grabs a table from underneath the ring, slides it into the middle of that ring, as John Cena takes a little stroll around the ring. Hunico smacking that table against Justin Gabriel, and now Ted DiBiase smacking that ladder against John Cena, sending him flying. Slamming that ladder against the gut of John Cena, and now we have Hunico against that table. Hunico countering out of that corner, now sending Justin Gabriel into that table and spearing him through the back, right through that table, now kicking the gut in a low clothesline by Hunico. Hunico eliminated 2 people from the Royal Rumble before being eliminated himself. He was able to eliminate Grandmaster Sexay and Edge before being eliminated by Edge's tag team partner Christian. Former tag team partner, at least. As you see, an elbow to the face of Hunico from Justin Gabriel, as John Cena now goes underneath the ring and grabs another table, as we see a huge drop kick all the way from the top rope to the outside to Justin Gabriel from Hunico, as he goes into the ring once more, this time going for a sledgehammer. John Cena grabbing that ladder and perhaps going to bring that into the ring as well with that table. He brings that ladder over to Ted DiBiase and smacks him with that table. John Cena did very well in the Royal Rumble, eliminating Randy Orton, who I mentioned earlier, as well as eliminating Christian, Mark Henry, and Cody Rhodes. Now, John Cena going onto the stage for a kendo stick, as you see an elbow to the face of Hunico. Hunico now in the middle of the ring. John Cena grabs something from the crowd. I wasn't sure what it was. I believe it's a crush. They see another huge dropkick from the outside from Hunico to Justin Gabriel. John Cena trying to maneuver with that giant table, but Ted DiBiase able to maneuver better with that light kendo stick, smacking that against the head of John Cena, as they see Justin Gabriel now perhaps walking over towards the other 2 combatants, but keeping his eyes transfixed on Hunico. These pairs have been paired off since the very early goings of this match. We will often see in 4-way matches that they will stay like this, at least until someone goes for a pin, and then they may interrupt what is going on. As you see Hunico steal away that crutch from Justin Gabriel. And now Justin Gabriel able to counter and throw Hunico into the ring. We see the other 3 wrestlers walking around with various weapons, some that they've obtained from the crowd, some from under the ring. As you see Hunico get flattened by that crutch. John Cena now getting whipped into that ring by Ted DiBiase. A big elbow as Justin Gabriel clears the announce table here. Ted DiBiase eliminated Randy Orton from the Royal Rumble before being eliminated by Rikishi, the eventual winner. John Cena, I will have to correct, was eliminated by Randy Orton, not the other way around as I mentioned earlier. And it's worth mentioning that he did eliminate Christian from that Royal Rumble, and Christian is the current SmackDown World Heavyweight Champion after beating Rikishi at SmackDown this week. As you see Ted DiBiase going for a very big move here, grabbing the back of John Cena, but John Cena able to counter that special. As we see a giant hip toss, using a little momentum against him. We see John Cena taunting for a big move of his own here. Grabbing Ted DiBiase up, going for the AA. Slamming the attitude adjustment. Ted DiBiase in the middle, one. Only a 1 count. Still has enough energy left in him. He's going to have to probably do another attitude adjustment. It was, as he is going for it right now, it seems. Yes, another attitude adjustment, landing Ted DiBiase right in the middle of the ring. Two of the other opponents are right outside the ring. He should have gone for the pin right there. But John Cena looking dazed and confused. He's hurt his head somehow, as he spent so much time walking around the ring with Ted DiBiase. He was able to get up now, trying to navigate around that table without having to step on it. John Cena now walking to the outside, going to grab that ladder. Now all focus on that John Cena and Ted DiBiase matchup as Justin Gabriel smacks the championship belt that he obtained from the crowd against the head of Hunico and making him bleed on the outside here. They see a huge Hurricane Rana DDT from the very agile Justin Gabriel as John Cena tosses Ted DiBiase on the ground. One. Kick out by Ted DiBiase. Countered. Ted DiBiase was able to counter that kick and pull John Cena to the ground for that big elbow drop. Hunico now putting some aggression onto Justin Gabriel as he goes for a pin. John Cena able to kick out of that pin here. Justin Gabriel trying to grab Hunico and perhaps put him on that announce table as we see a big suplex from Ted DiBiase. And now Justin Gabriel has got Hunico on our announce table as he grabs Hunico, but Hunico able to counter as both men are now on that table. As we see a huge move by Hunico slamming Justin Gabriel into that mat. As we see the crowd go a little quiet as that counter of that submission maneuver, as we get a small package roll up. One. Kick out by John Cena. He doesn't want to play any games here. He knows he should have the advantage here. But Ted DiBiase able to make John Cena bleed here in the middle of this ring. Grabbing that crutch and attacking John Cena with that crutch repeatedly as John Cena is on the ground of this mat, bleeding onto the mat. Hunico is also bleeding out as he attacks Justin Gabriel. Now all four men back inside of this ring as we see a big scoop slam from John Cena, as we still a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Hunico as we get a pin. One. Only 1 count. As we see a big power bomb by Hunico countered into a face smash by Justin Gabriel, a swinging neck breaker by Ted DiBiase. Nice punch to the face by DiBiase. He grabs that crutch. Suplex by Justin Gabriel to Hunico. Hunico getting picked up. Spine buster into a pin. One. Only a kick. One. Kick out by John Cena. It's Hunico getting smashed into this corner here by Justin Gabriel. Leg sweep. Slamming. As we get Justin Gabriel going into an attitude adjustment, it seems. The attitude adjustment, formerly called as the FU, named after his rivalry with Brock Lesnar. As we see a chicken wing into a slam by DiBiase going for a pin now. 1, 2, 3. Ted DiBiase able to steal away the United States Championship. As we see the match continue on, the ref did call for the bell here. I'm not sure if the bell did ring, as you see a giant superplex coming in from Justin Gabriel to slam Hunico into the middle of this ring. John Cena has left the ring, I guess in his elimination match, as we see Hunico get pinned in the middle of this ring as John Cena, you can see, is out of this match. He was the man that was pinned there. And I have just been informed that apparently this match is an elimination match. As there are elimination rules, that means that all 3 men that will not win the title will be pinned or will submit from this matchup. See DiBiase go pinned now. DiBiase was able to turn that multiple attitude adjustments against him and able to get the pin onto John Cena, who is now out of this match. Now we have Hunico and Justin Gabriel, who continuously have fought through this matchup, fighting each other. And now DiBiase going to have to try and figure out what damage has been done by Hunico and by Justin Gabriel and capitalize on that damage. Him going for a pin now, but Justin Gabriel kicking out of that pin. Now gut wrench suplex, it seems, by Justin Gabriel, slamming DiBiase into that mat. And now going for a pin onto DiBiase. 1, 2, 3. DiBiase now eliminated from the matchup. And it's now down to Hunico and Justin Gabriel. Hunico bloodied from his matches with Justin Gabriel and a huge Hurricane Rana, I believe, smacking Gabriel into that giant ladder as we see a giant flip from the springboard from the outside by Hunico. Hunico going to the outside now, kicking that ladder out of the ring, going back into the ring now as he sees Justin Gabriel get up. Gabriel able to grab Hunico and whip Hunico into that corner. Justin Gabriel now going to go to the outside, perhaps looking for a weapon, grabbing that steel ladder from the outside now. Going to go back into the ring. We have our final 2 combatants. Ladies and gentlemen, one of these men will be the Smackdown United States champion. As we see, Justin Gabriel, the man from South Africa, fighting against Hunico, man, I believe, from Mexico. As we see Justin Gabriel slamming on the outside. Huge amount of risk slamming into Hunico. I believe he got out of that, but he did do a lot of damage to himself as well. As Hunico now able to get up first and grabbing Justin Gabriel, whipping him across the arena. Not quite. Justin Gabriel able to walk away from the barrier. Justin Gabriel able to hit Hunico with that giant sledgehammer and hit it against his back repeatedly. There's weapons strewn all about this ring. You can see guitars, sledgehammers, crutches, kendo sticks, championship belts as you see a powerbomb by Justin Gabriel. Now he's picking up Hunico and sending him into the ring. Justin Gabriel now with that big elbow to the bloody face of Hunico. He might be able to close this match out soon. Looking for some sort of weapon here. Not sure what he wants to go for. I believe he's going to go for that title belt now. Yes, he's able to pick up that title belt as Hunico grabs that guitar. Justin Gabriel faster on the uptake, able to attack Hunico before Hunico is able to use that guitar against him. Smacking Hunico repeatedly with the belt from the crowd. That is not actually the United States belt. That is a mock belt grabbed by the audience. You can see the United States belt slightly to the right off camera at the moment as Hunico tried to grab that sledgehammer and use it against Justin Gabriel, was not able to. Hunico trying to run away now, as now you can see the United States title, what these two are fighting over. They're fighting so close to it. As now Justin Gabriel whips Hunico into that ring, slowly walking towards Hunico in the middle of the ring. Either of these men could finish this matchup in one big move. As Hunico trying to grab at the ankles of Justin Gabriel able to get out of the way and now whip Hunico across the arena into that barrier. Now Justin Gabriel slowly stalking over to Hunico, able to use that title belt faster than Hunico once again and smacking Hunico repeatedly with it. Hunico able to steal away that title from Justin Gabriel and now able to use it against him. Using it only a few times and now picking up Justin Gabriel. Will Hunico try and whip him into the ring and go for a pin? He's actually going for a big powerbomb, it seems. Yes, slamming Justin Gabriel against that lightly padded concrete. As now he picks up Justin Gabriel and goes for another one, perhaps this time onto the title belt. Yes, slamming him right onto that title, destroying the back of Justin Gabriel. Justin Gabriel able to counter and send Hunico flying to the other side of the arena, grabbing that heavy sledgehammer and slowly walking back into the ring. Hunico now grabbing those big steel steps. Now he's going to go back into the ring. Justin Gabriel putting down that sledgehammer and kicking Hunico into the corner here. Going for a reverse DDT, I would call it, using the ropes. Now kicking the ankle as we have floating stairs off to the side and whipping Hunico as he's able to use those stairs to lessen his fall to the outside. As Hunico goes for a pin now. 1, 2, 3. No, countered by Justin Gabriel. 1, 2, 3. Hunico actually kicking out before the 3 count there as Justin Gabriel now grabbed by Hunico into his leg sweep. Hunico has Justin Gabriel onto the mat. Will he look for a weapon or will he try to finish this match cleanly? Running against the ropes, trying to build some momentum here. Going with a back elbow to the face of Justin Gabriel. Whipping Justin Gabriel into the corner, putting him up on the top rope and giving him a big punch. What is he going for here? He went to the outside. He's going for some sort of suplex or slam. Suplex all the way to the outside. Oh my God. Such a high risk by Hunico, but ensuring that Justin Gabriel flew all the way from that top rope over his shoulders down to that lightly padded concrete. Justin Gabriel's back must be devastated here, but Justin Gabriel still has wherewithal to counter that grab. Will kick the ankle out of Hunico as he rolls Hunico back into the ring. Justin Gabriel now trying to get some wind back in him after that giant drop from the top rope. As Hunico now grabs Justin Gabriel, whips him across the ring. Gabriel over the counter into a pin. 1, 2, 3. No, countered by Hunico. 1, 2, 3. Justin Gabriel countering once again into another pin. 1, 2, 3. No, Hunico actually kicking out of that one. Now countering once again as Justin Gabriel kicks to the gut and now grabs the gut of Hunico and flats his face straight down to the mat. Now he's going to go for a pin here. 1, 2, 3. Justin Gabriel is your United States champion.